there. How have you been? It's been a minute.
Rose. It's great to see you, my friend.
Yeah, welcome to another episode of Casting Notes from Rose and Kim. This is Kim Swanson. She's a casting director in Los Angeles, and I'm Rose Rosen, a casting director here in Florida. How are you?
I'm great. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. We're glad to have you all. Thanks for joining in.
Yes, thank you.
I'm good. You've been busy.
Lots of new subscribers, and I hope the people that watch today subscribe.
Me too. Me too. So definitely. So you've been busy this week, Rose?
I've been busy. I don't even know what I've been doing, but it's been not so much work because we're kind of shut down because we have the Super Bowl, go Bucks. And so they're really nothing but Super Bowl content. They won't permit for anything right now,
right?
Because we're a small town and there's only one thing you can do at a time. So,
right, exactly.
You've been busy?
Yeah, I'm just like right now. I'm just doing little finish up work on a couple of commercial projects, which, oh my gosh, it's driving me crazy. Like the actors just aren't prepared. And it's driving me insane. Everything from prepared for auditions to prepared with your information on your platform so I can just grab your height and hair color and eye color for the cast. Like, oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Oh my God, the profiles, the resumes, the headshots, they need to be prepared.
Yeah, you know who does a whole class on being prepared, and she's great, is my dear friend Sharon Lieblein. She's awesome.
Sharon,
are you prepared to jump in, Sharon?
Hello.
Hello.
Did I hear my name?
Yes. Here you are. Let me mention some stuff about Sharon. She started the career of Emma Roberts, Ariana Grande, and Gabriel Iglesias when she was head of casting at Nickelodeon. So I think that's just part of your storied career, but impressive and interesting.
She's an amazing independent casting director. She does a lot of TV movies, episodics, films, you name it.
Everything.
Sharon can do it.
Yeah.
That's
it. But tell us about the prepared thing that we're all about.
Well, ladies, we all know this, right? We all go through it. I do teach an audition technique class, and I always tell my actors that it's about being prepared, but and they all go, oh yeah, sure. But none of them really have the same vision of what being prepared is. Right. So it's not just having your lines down, right? Being prepared is so much more, right? Shocking. Well, some of them don't even have that, which is like, come on. But they don't get it. Like I always say, like if I had a room of 100 actors audition, at least 70 of them would not have been prepared. And it's shocking.
That's being gracious. I think that's really being gracious.
And these are all people that have agents and managers, right? There are some great people that can't get representation. And these are people that are represented and they're not prepared. Did you read the script I sent you? Oh, did you send me a script? My agent must not have sent it to me. It's his fault. I got it.
Fault.
Oh, always the agent's fault or the manager's fault. Or it's like, oh yeah, I got it last night. I didn't have time to read it. I was like, really? You couldn't wake up 2 hours early today and read that script?
Incredible.
Was it important for you to get this job?
Right.
You're now wasting my time.
Yes.
Right.
Just the basics, basics. Having a character, like it's not you saying the lines.
Right.
It could be somebody.
Have some choices in your brain, right?
Oh my God, even if they're wrong.
Right. Make a choice and go with it. Go with your gut, right? But be willing to take redirect.
Yes. I'd rather see somebody make a choice. Have it be wrong, but have it be a strong choice.
I love the choice in the room. I mean, I'm always pleasantly surprised. And sometimes not, but always wrong.
But don't say always. A lot of times.
A lot of times.
You can always tell the actors who have a choice, have actually thought about the material to some extent and like worked on the lines. I don't think you have to memorize, now here's where I'm going to act excited and here's where I'm going to do this and here's what that's not what we're talking about with choices. No. That's a completely different thing than making a choice. Being in the moment still is important, but you can always tell the actors who make a choice because they're the one actor out of the 15 or 20 you've read so far that says it differently.
Yes. And it comes from a different place. It comes from a real place. If you know, like I always tell my students, like we all have baggage, right? Some of it's Louis Vuitton, some of it's from Kmart, but we've all got baggage.
Right.
Okay. Now that means that our characters, who are human beings, have baggage.
Right.
You have to know what's in the bags.
Right.
Even if you're making it up.
That's brilliant.
You've got to know,
brilliant.
right? You've got to choose. You have to make those choices. You know, when I asked an actor, oh, what was happening for this character before this scene? Well, I didn't get a script, so I don't know. And I said, what do you think was happening? You know, make the choice. How can you walk into a room and not have made those choices?
Right. You have to have in your brain where you are, who you are, what you are, and why you're doing what you're doing. Like there has to be like the basics, like right now, like I don't know what you're going to say next, but I know who I am. I know where I am. I know what I am. I know my goal right now. Right.
And you're listening. And, so we're listening. We're talking to each other. We're hearing each other.
Yes.
I tell people acting is truly, and I started as a kid actor when I was 13. So I've trained and I've done all this stuff, and looking at it from the other end, you don't need all that crap. Just listen.
Right.
Get out of your head. Listen. Be present. Make some choices for the foundation of your character, and then just act truly.
I love that.
That's what it is. That's acting. Right? Like it's not such hard work.
When an actor has their sides with them, and I'm fine with an actor holding sides. Like
Me
we don't
too.
expect this to be a full-on performance. But side note, that BS about hold your side so they know you're not really performing it. It's just an audition. Hello, we know it's an audition. It's what we do, right? You don't need to remind us. That is such a stupid mind thing that they tell you to do. It's so dumb. Don't listen to that. But when actors have their sides, right? And then you're reading opposite of them, or you have a reader, and whenever it's not their time to have a line, they're like this.
Oh
my God, right?
And I'm
I need to see your eyes.
You're done. I'm like, you're not trained, or you didn't read.
Yes.
Or, you're not prepared.
But not only that, you know what drives me crazy with actors, especially now on tape? It bothers me in the room, but even now when they go on tape, when they're talking to someone else in the scene or looking at something else and they go like this, and they're talking with the profile. I'm like, well, if I can't see your eyes and I can't see, I've lost you. You've lost me.
Right.
You know? And so it's crazy.
People understand what a profile really is, because like when I do commercial work, we have people they have to do profile shots, and in part because they want to see, do you have any like offensive tattoos or something, right? So we tell them to do profiles, and so many actors do this.
Oh my God, right?
That's not a profile, right?
Yeah.
And when we say look slightly off camera to a reader, we don't mean this.
Oh my God.
This is slightly off camera. This is a profile, right? There's no difference.
What about the full body shot? When I see people pan from their feet up into their head, I'm like, I don't need to see your kneecaps. That is not the reason I asked for a full body shot.
Right.
But they don't get it. I see it so often.
Right. No, I know, right? I did let me show you how to do a slate in 3 feet of space thing one day. And I actually did a slate of myself, and I posted on my Casting Factor
I love it.
And now here's what you can do. Like I knelt beside my bed with the laptop on the bed for my initial slate. Then I stepped my 2 feet back and I stepped up on a stool to get a full body shot. And so we don't care if you have to step up on a stool. We don't care if you're kneeling.
No.
Like give us what we need.
Right.
Yes.
People
and if we're
asking
asking
what's happening in their background for that, but we don't care. We do not care at that.
As long as it's not insane. Like don't stand in front of the huge pile of dirty dishes. I had one guy slate and do his entire freaking audition in his walk-in closet that was like next to him was a big pile of dirty laundry.
Oh my God.
And over to this side
or the bathroom with the robes hanging behind them.
The naked bathroom selfie, or the top naked. I'm not going full on it.
What is background? Like your closet door is dandy. It doesn't have, you don't have to set up a full-on backdrop, right?
Look, and if you want to, more power to you. Go to Amazon, order it. It's
Right.
a tax deduction. This is for your business.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is your business.
Right.
So however prepared you are,
Right.
or whatever you do, you know, Bryan Cranston said it in his book, and I've been saying it for years, you better love the audition. The audition is your job.
It's the work.
Yes.
It's the work.
That's the work. If you happen to book something, that's the icing on the cake.
That's it.
Right.
But the audition is your work. You get to play with
Yep.
all these different characters. You better
Mm-hmm.
love it.
Yeah.
Anytime you walk into a room and get to act and you're not paying for that room, you've already won.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Because
people
I
are
can
watching
tell you
you.
there are hundreds of other actors who would love this audition time
Yes.
slot
Yeah.
that aren't getting
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes. And by the way, if you're not prepared, I'm going to call your agent and let them know that.
Right.
Because they have other clients they could have put in that spot that would have
Right.
fought for that role.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know, and that's the other thing that actors have to realize. The sides that they get, 300, 600, thousands of other actors are doing the exact same sides.
Right.
If you're not going to do the extra work, there's no point. It's a waste of
Well,
time.
if you're not going to do it in the audition, why would we believe for a moment you're going to do it on set?
Correct. Correct. And we want a thinking actor on the set. The worst thing is to get that call from the director saying, we need to replace John.
Right.
Uh,
I know.
It's
That's
horrible.
no, you don't want that. Now, in light of our moment now and everybody's self-taping, give us some of your pointers on being prepared for self-tape. How
well,
is
I
it
mean,
different?
look, I think there are benefits, right? There are the pluses and the minuses to self-taping, but the major plus is you can get it great, right? You can make sure that you are giving me your best take. So if you flubbed on a line, if you did, do it again.
Right.
Do it again. And I know, and I have a lot of clients because I coach too. I have a lot of clients that are like, oh, I'm just, I can't do it again. Oh, okay. That's your choice.
Right.
But
So
when you're on a set,
when the director says, let's do another take, you're going to go,
correct.
You better do it.
Right.
Right.
Right. Like that's your job. Sometimes you're going to have to do it 20, 30 times. And you might have done a great performance every time. The light wasn't right. The set fell. The mic was in the shot, having nothing to do with you.
Right.
You know, you got to just keep doing it. And you've got to do it with the same energy,
Mhm.
you know,
That's
and I get it. It's your job. I get that it gets frustrating, but you always want to put your best forward.
Right.
You know,
Well,
it's
if you're
so
going to be successful in any career,
Yeah.
there's no career
correct.
that's always fun and games. It's always lovely that you get to say, I don't want to do this. Like at no career are you going to be successful. I don't care whether you are a major CEO
Yes.
of a giant firm. If you're president of United Being Burgers, if you look at your boss and say, I just don't want to do that anymore, you're going to be canned. It's not just
Absolutely.
actors.
I will tell you, I was just talking to a friend of mine who is in the music world. His name is Ricky Minor, very well-known music director, musician. He's amazing. You always see him conducting the orchestra at the Oscars, but he wrote a book when he was the musical director on American Idol way at the beginning. And I just love the title of it. The title is There's No Traffic on the Extra Mile. And people have to realize that. Go the extra mile because there aren't many people doing it.
right.
Go. And so I love that title. I told him I'm stealing it and using it forever because it's so true. It is so true. It's like there are so many people of all those people auditioning that aren't going to give their all. Give your all. Do everything. Leave it in the room.
Right.
Give them everything you've got. That's your moment. Or if you're putting it on tape, oh my God, for sure. Give your best. Another thing that people fall into with the taping is when we as casting directors ask them to label something in a certain way or to put everything, like to submit their tapes in separate takes, do what we ask. Like we're asking for a reason. Like actors don't realize sometimes I'll get the scenes in and I'll go, you know what? I want to show the director scene 2 before I show him scene 1. Well, if you've sent me one take where scene 1 and scene 2 are attached, now my assistant has to sit and cut the scene together or I have to sit and cut the scene, not together, apart, so that I can flip it. You
Right.
never know
Right.
what my intent is and what I decide to do. Sometimes I don't know until I see it all and I go, ooh, we're going to do this differently, you
Right.
know, but actors don't realize that. So
No.
when we ask you to do something a certain way, just do it.
Right.
Right. And it, it's not like we're just making up these lists of things just to see if you'll
Right.
jump through hoops.
Yes.
That's not what we're doing. We have reasons behind all of the things we're saying you need to do. And I don't think people realize that we have to ask you these things, because if we were to sit and do this for 100 to a 200 or 300, 400, sometimes people, one by one,
Oh
we
my God.
cannot get it into the client in time. And therefore the client's not going to see you,
Right.
Absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely. But actors don't realize that, because actors by nature are self-centered and they're only thinking of what what their needs are. But if you look at the majority of successful actors, I mean, successful meaning not famous, successful meaning Tom Hanks, Brad Pitt, Denzel Washington, like they are such givers.
Right.
They are givers and they are not that selfish human being.
Mhm.
George Clooney, like these are the kind of people, they will help their fellow actor. They will help. That's what's important
Right.
at the end of the day, because that will actually make you a better actor.
That's right.
Mhm.
If you're a giver and not just a taker, the actors that show up on a set and when it's not their close up or the camera's not on them, they'll let somebody else off camera read the lines, as opposed to the actor that sits there and even though he's not on camera or she's not on camera, will feed the line,
Give
it
you
means
something to work
something.
with. Yeah.
Givers,
They're giving.
givers.
Be a
Yeah,
giver. On that
absolutely.
note, I loved having you. We always love seeing our own. So thank you, thank you. And we'll drop your handles in the chat here. And I hope everybody follows us and subscribes to our
Yeah.
channel.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Yes. Thank you, Sharon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Sharon.